entire tree. She's dead. She's dead.
You're welcome! Anything else I can do for you?
Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to a new video. Today for you guys, we are going to be reacting to an old video by Rebecca, or Let Me Explain Studios. We're going to be reacting to her video called My Childhood Fears. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I had way too many as a kid. Like, way too many. But anyway guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys always show. It really means a lot to me. Leave a comment down below who you guys want me to react to in the future. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys. And let me know your childhood fears. With that being said, let's get right into the video. She is.
Oh, hello, my
Hi,
geeks and
up here.
peeps, my explainers and entertainers, my little oodalollies. Rebecca Parham here. So this is a little embarrassing, a possible design flaw, but my elevator swing is, stuck. But don't
How?
worry, I called for reinforcements earlier. So do you think you could get here soon? Oh, thanks. Great, you're a lifesaver, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there in a flash.
Oh, it's
okay,
Tom's good.
bye-bye. Hey, wait a second.
Yes, I know I'm a toon and I could technically survive the fall, but the landing is still painful and the way down is still very scary. And I'd
Okay.
rather spare myself the fear, thank you. So until the cavalry arrives, why don't we just chat? Fear is a funny thing, isn't it? If you've seen Pixar's Inside Out, you know that each of your emotions has a job to do that's essential to your survival and overall well-being.
Yeah.
Fear's job is to keep you safe, stop you from doing stupid things that will hurt or kill you, physically, emotionally, and socially.
Nice.
Sometimes fear makes some strange decisions about what it perceives to be a threat. Yes, I see your point about this giant cliff. Very big, very scary, very dangerous.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Why?
Are you
We're
scared of
kids,
clowns?
Fear is a kid, too. It hasn't figured out the world yet. It doesn't
I don't
know
think
what
I ever
it's
got
supposed
scared
to be
of
afraid
clowns.
of. I don't trust that vacuum. But that strange man offering free candy out of his white van? Now that's the picture of trustworthy right there.
No.
When I was a kid, my biggest fear was loud noises. And by extension, I feared anything that made loud noises.
Okay.
Most specifically, fireworks, those door stoppers that go,
I don't know, I
and
found this way too fun.
especially balloons.
Now balloons
My
will scare
mortal
me sometimes.
enemy.
It's not a fear, but
Again. A balloon just had to be in the room, and I would side-eye it suspiciously the entire time.
Really?
Like I thought, any second now it will inexplicably pop out of nowhere.
okay.
And then I'll die. I was talking to my mom about this old phobia of mine, and she told me this story from when I was 3 years old. I don't personally remember this incident, but it certainly left a mark on my mom. One weekend, my parents took me and my sister Rachel to the circus. The
Okay.
whole 3 rings. Clowns, flying trapeze, tightrope walkers, you get it. Now I don't and have never had a fear of clowns, so I didn't mind when the painted jokesters emerged,
Okay.
driving their comedically small vehicle to perform the classic clown car gag. The car drove up, the door
Never
opened,
seen it,
a
actually.
clown avalanche occurred, and then as the car was being driven away, it backfired out its tailpipe, and it backfired incredibly loudly,
Ooh.
like the blast of a shotgun, complete with special effects flash and puff of smoke. And I, sitting
think
in the
if you
States
have
with
really
my
bad
family,
anxiety,
was
you'll
so
get scared of this too.
horrified by this sudden loud noise that I stood up, put my hands on my ears, and just started screaming at the top of my lungs. Just standing there, screaming. It's like I thought, if I'm just louder than the loud noise, I shall win the day. My
Nice.
sister Rachel must have thought, oh, I guess this is what we're doing now, because she quickly followed suit,
And just
standing
start
up with her
yelling?
hands on her ears, being the harmony to my melody of terror.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't get taken to another circus until I was 11 years old, and it was
Nice.
Cirque du Soleil. As an adult, I can say I pretty much grew out of this fear. Me and balloons, we're back on speaking terms.
That's good.
But if I'm honest, there's still a small part of me that doesn't care for sudden loud noises. If you ever watch me
Yeah.
during a fireworks show, you can see a teeny tiny little micro flinch every time one of those big mortars goes off. It
Bro,
probably
the
looks like I
twitching.
have a nervous tick or something. Now, another fear I had growing up was oddly specific, but maybe it's one a few of you can relate to. I was absolutely terrified of the feeling of flying out of your seat on theme park rides.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that people actually like about theme park rides, the thing they stand in line for 90
No, that's
minutes
not
to
me, man.
experience. Anything with a steep drop in it made me think I was going to die. It could be a roller coaster, a log flume, a shoot the chute ride if you want to get theme park nerdy.
Oh.
But my absolute nemesis growing up was the drop tower rides. the big tall towers that
I didn't
suddenly
do
drop.
them that often.
One of the most famous drop towers is the Twilight
Oh
Zone
my
Tower
gosh,
of Terror over at Hollywood
I've literally
Studios
been
in
past
Disney
this one and
World.
I refuse to
This
go on it.
ride was my worst nightmare. You see, Disney is really good at setting a mood and psyching you out before you even get on the ride.
They're extremely
Theming,
good.
as they call it. And I was very susceptible to all of that as a kid. I had a hard time remembering that this was all make-believe. So a drop tower themed as a creepy haunted hotel with an elevator that will kill you? Yeah, that was maybe a little bit of a trigger for young me. And very often on our Disney vacations, an adult had to wait outside with me while everyone else enjoyed the ride. So when I was about 8 years old, I was still dealing with this fear. And Mom and Dad saw this as a teaching opportunity. Time to
Okay.
face one's irrational fears head on and learn that there are far more terrifying things in this world than an amusement park ride.
Swear one of them
8
said
million
pandemic.
safety regulations built into it. So they made me get in line for the Tower of Terror.
Oh boy.
And sure enough, I got psyched out as we were walking through the creepy, elaborately
They do
decorated
have,
line.
like,
I was
kid areas
literally
you can keep
shaking,
them in.
begging my parents to not make me do it. And when we got to the front of the line and sat down in the front row of the ride car, I had finally hit my limit. I put my head down and just started sobbing. The whole car of
Aw.
riders went silent and stared at me.
Aww.
Mom and Dad knew that I didn't need to be there anymore. The cast member in charge leaned down and very gently said to me, "My dear, I cannot start this ride if you are crying." And from the depths of my tormented soul,
What is she gonna
all
say?
I could say was one word. Good! I was let off the ride, much to my relief. And it wasn't until I turned 13 that I finally faced the Tower of Terror.
Why is she got
As
a
a
sword?
child, I feared you.
Pause!
But I am a child no longer.
Ah!
Question for all of you. Did a certain movie or TV show really scare you as a kid? But
The
then
Night Before
become your
Christmas
favorite
Boogeyman
when you
did
got
scare
older?
me.
Because
I'll
that
admit.
totally happened with me. Like, Alice in Wonderland really freaked me out as a kid.
Okay, maybe not
Especially
Alice.
the Cheshire Cat when he disappears that first time, leaving only his smile.
That is kinda
Now,
creepy, though.
I am a sucker for anything Alice in Wonderland. Jurassic
Nice.
Park terrified me as a kid, and now it's my favorite live-action movie. I don't know. Maybe we all eventually become fascinated by the things that scared us as kids.
A little bit.
Maybe we all stay traumatized. After all,
A
what
little
is
bit.
adulthood but a constant state of dealing with past trauma? But you know what? I'm gonna go on record and say that I think a little bit of fear is healthy for kids.
Yeah, a little
Because
bit.
if we never get scared, how can we learn to be brave? So maybe
True.
the balloons and theme park rides and creepy grinning cats of your past taught you a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca! I'm
Laddie!
here!
Lottie, what are you doing here? I called Tom for help.
Well, you see, Tom realized he's, in London, so he called Jaden to ask her to do it. But she was busy, so
Okay.
she called James, who called Emirichu, who called Cypherden, but she couldn't make it because she's in
Okay.
New York. So Den called Tabs, who called Illumination, who
You're
called
not getting down.
Peter, and I just happened to be in the area, so he called me, and here I am.
Laddie, you don't have arms.
Well, I mean, I did move out into the woods in the middle of nowhere. What else did I expect?
Yeah, we all thought that was kind of antisocial of you.
Well, thank you for coming all the way out here, Lottie. You think you can help me down?
You know, we are Toons. You can survive the fall if you just jump down.
I don't want to jump down. It's scary.
Face your fears, Rebecca!
Lottie, no. No, don't do it, Lottie. Please. Stay.
Bro. This tiny kick is going to destroy the entire tree. She's dead. She's dead.
You're welcome! Anything else I can do for you? You got it. Thank you so much for tuning in, but now
She
we
did
gotta
the
tune
outro.
out. Bye!
Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see Rebecca's video by itself or leave a like, it's in the description of mine. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.